Good morning, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. We got an exciting Kickstarter pause for you. We have the one, the only, the Roland Mann. But to begin our program, we're going to roll that great intro for everyone so they understand what we're doing here today. Welcome to Kickstarter Pause. So who wants to play? What is Kickstarter Pause? Well, it's when a guest sits down to watch all the crowdfunding videos we are advocating for, and they hit pause on a video when their interest is lost in that video. This is a fun way to teach creators about the attention spans of individuals and what works and does not work in their videos. Want to be a guest? Have a crowdfunding campaign? Reach out to us, but for now, let's start this program and introduce our guest judge. And this week, I've brought the man for you guys to see and to judge these videos. So I know it's going to be a super awesome show. Tell them the experience you have and why I think this is going to be an awesome show.
Well, I have a bunch of years experience in comics. A lot of people remember me as an editor. I was an editor for Malibu Comics in the 1990s, where I edited about half the Ultraverse line. I edited The Protectors, X-Mutants, Dinosaurs for Hire. Marvel bought the company, and that's how I became a Marvel editor. I was a line editor for them, and I've written over 100 comics. And I teach now. I left comics full-time in 2001. Any comic historians out there know that there was a big crash in the late 1990s. And so I went and got a degree. I started teaching, and I teach creative writing now. That's what pays the bills, keeps my lights on. But I still spend a lot of hours making comics.
And your book. You're forgetting to pitch the book.
Oh, my book. Yes, I've got Silverline has 2 books crowdfunding right now. It's our very first. We are producing so much material that we're actually having to do 2 books at a time. It's the first time I've ever done 2. I've done several Kickstarters with just 1 book, but this time I've got 2 books. It's Divinity #1, which is created by Barb Kalberg, a 30-year industry veteran, an inker. But all those years, she had all these ideas cooking in the back of her mind, and this is one of hers. So she is the creator, she is the co-writer of it, and she is the inker. We brought on R.A. Jones to help her write it, and then Alex Sarabia is the penciler, and it's being colored old-fashioned style or old traditional style, hand colored. The entire book is hand colored by Steve Mattson, a guy who also did a lot of comics from the 1990s. And oddly enough, I didn't find this out until we were done with the book. He worked on Boris the Bear, which is one of my favorite 1980s independent comic books. I just did not realize that. But yeah, it's all hand colored. He hand colored it in, scanned it in. He said he did a little bit of tweaks as far as I think the brightness and all that kind of stuff of the colors. That's the first one. It's going to be a 4-issue miniseries. The other one is Twilight Grim. It's also going to be a 4-issue miniseries, and we have reunited the creative team of R.A. Jones and Rob Davis, the 2 guys behind such 1980s and maybe even into the 90s independent hits as Scimitar. A lot of people remember Scimitar. They did Merlin together. They did Strawman together. Neither one of them have done comics in recent years. And as Silverline popped up, I reached out to R.A. since R.A. is a guy I worked with a whole bunch in the 90s. And I said, hey, man, this is what Silverline's doing. You want to do a comic? And he says, sure. And so I reached out to Rob Davis. I said, hey, Rob, I got R.A. Jones. You want to reunite, get the band back together? Rob Davis he jumped right on it. So very cool to see R.A. and Rob Davis doing another book together. They are joined by Mickey Clausen on colors, and then Mike Belcher lettered both of the books, and I'm pretty excited about it. These are 2 really good looking books,
and they look awesome. Let's go ahead and play that video.
Okay.
I dig this video actually. So check out the double feature. There we go.
Hi, I'm Roland Mann, and I run Silverline Comics, a genre-spanning independent comic book and graphic novel publisher. I'm here to tell you about our two newest comics and what we're calling our Silverline Comics double feature. The first one up is our new series, Twilight Grim. The story is set in the city of Hallowed Heights, a town divided by a great wall. On one side of the wall live the upper and middle class humans. On the other side of the wall, in the ghetto called the Blood Zone, live the poor, homeless, and forgotten humans and vampires. There's no law protecting humans in the Blood Zone, and the only thing standing between them and death at the hands of the vampires is a mysterious and violent young man named Twilight Grim. He finds his life further complicated by three women: a teenage petty thief named Susie Q, Dinka Dupree, the spoiled daughter of the mayor of Hallowed Heights, and the sultry vampire Scarlet Radovic, whose family rules over the Blood Zone. And the dark cloud hanging over all of them is the very real possibility that the treaty that led to the creation of the wall may soon be broken, and the city may again be torn apart by an all-out war between vampires and humans. The creative team on Twilight Grim is R.A. Jones and Rob Davis. Together, they previously produced such works as Scimitar, Merlin, and Strawman. Separately, they've had work published by Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, and Image. They're joined by Mickey Clausen on colors and Mike W. Belcher on letters. Next up is Divinity. It's created, co-written, and inked by industry veteran Barb Calvert. R.A. Jones joins her in co-scripting. Newcomer Alex Sarabia is the penciler. Steve Madsen is coloring, and they're also joined by Mike W. Belcher on letter. Well, here's Barb to talk about Divinity.
I'm Barb Calvert, the creator of Divinity. Divinity Gray is an 11-year-old girl who, after a near-death experience, finds herself with a mysterious ability to heal with a touch. And because the world isn't always a good place, she finds herself in danger from those who would like to take advantage of that gift. After the suspicious deaths of her parents, the older brother she barely knows, Marine Sergeant Zach Gray, becomes her guardian. Their lives are forever changed as they have to go on the run to keep Divinity out of the hands of an evil cabal. Along the way, there will be great peril, but there will also be friends and family. We'll have an absolutely amazing rewards available, and if you're feeling out in the cold without access to comics these days, here's the opportunity to get in on our great Silverline double feature. Thanks, and enjoy.
So there you have it. Pretty exciting, right? And guess what? These comics are finished. Theoretically, we could print them and ship them tomorrow. But what we need now is you and your help to make that happen. We have so many levels. There's something for everyone here. And if you're a fan of, wow, but we have a lot of stuff. There's some really nice pieces and a lot of original pages available. So thank you very much for your time, and make mine Silverline.
So I have to ask, what's with the green screen behind you?
Yeah, no, that's okay. So I used the green screen because I had every intention of putting something behind me, but I used a different video editing. I am not a video editor, okay? I'm a comic book guy, and that's going to be one thing I'm going to, my disclaimer before we start this, right? And the university that I work with, let me name, I think it's called Rush, Premiere Rush, Adobe Premiere Rush. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things they've gone to and have been pushing the instructors to start using, because it's a pretty simple video editing software piece to use. However, you can't do green screen with it, and I didn't realize that going in. So I had this green screen behind me with the intentions of putting stuff behind me. And then when I got in there and I'm Googling, I'm looking on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, you can't use green screen on a Premiere Rush. So I'm like, well, okay. I've just got this big green screen behind me.
I figured when I first saw the video, like, I remember someone paused it and he was like, well, he already sold me. He doesn't need the end part. And I was like, I disagree. I think that he needs it. Honestly, I thought you needed it because you're doing two projects. And everyone kind of was like, yeah, it is late in the show because you were one of the latter ones. They're like, I bet you would have watched the whole thing at the beginning. So this show, as much as we try to make it educational, I know Roland's not here to hurt anyone's feelings. You know, there is an attention span that goes in for people. So this is what's great about this show. So when Roland hits pause today, and I'm sure he'll echo this, he's not trying to be mean to anyone. He's one of the
No.
most professional people I know. So I want you to shut up and listen when he says something, because I've handed him a book and he told me what he saw on everyone, and he can tell you everything he told me was changed. I saw everything he said, and I redid an entire book of lettering based on his recommendations. So you listen to the people who know better than you, and I'm bringing you guys today someone who knows better than all of us.
And the result looked really good.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's kind of the point. We learn from each other. We rise together. So this is meant as a rising moment. You can take the advice given today, or you can ignore it. I will tell you, the people who have taken it have seen their numbers increase.
Yeah.
And remember, not a lot of people watch the videos, but it's the fact that once you change the video, you go talk about how you changed the video, suddenly you are causing buzz to happen about something like that. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to crank it up and get into the show. And just a quick reminder that we now have this amazing show over here, the 7 Reasons to Back It, where we get creators to kind of battle each other, but in a very friendly way. It's really just about the best pitches. Our new, announcing it here, Judge Chuck is going to keep us honest, and he's going to keep the show moving in the right direction. So if you guys want to sign up, just let us know. We'll let you answer the 7 reasons, and the winner gets 15 minutes of fame. So we have Kickstarter Sunny here. We don't have anything to share with us, unfortunately. This is just on Kickstarter, no video, nothing to really do. So we want to give our love to Bradley Golden, having great things this year. This is about a demonic-looking alive doll that is pursuing the neighborhood children to eat their souls. It's creepy. I remember we grew up with Child's Play, so this always takes me back to that. And then we have Loco Hero. This is actually ending this Friday, the 22nd. This is from Monty Moore. Check it out. And now remember, when you're done, when you feel like, okay, I've seen enough, just say pause.
Okay, so hang on, Rob. Can I say something before you get kicked in? Okay, good. So I know you and I talked about this before we started, and you've already certainly said that we don't mean anyone any hurt feelings or offense or anything like that. But what I want to do is I kind of want to put out there where I'm coming from. Okay, so certainly I'm a comic book guy. I don't do videos, and I guess like any other person, I kind of have these things that I look for. Before you even go into any of them, let me kind of tell you some of the things that certainly I don't like. Number one, I don't like videos that have no sounds, no creator talking to me. I see these videos just playing, flashing words on the screen and have some music in the background and flashing image. I don't like those. Okay, I tend to be very impatient with those. I want to see a creator and hear a creator telling me about their story. So when those happen, I do have a tendency to get very impatient with those. So, but otherwise, I do like to hear a creator telling me, say, hey, tell me about your story. I want to hear from you what cool things you're doing. So I just kind of wanted to sort of establish that, because I have no idea what you're about to show me, but I want to kind of put that out there so that people will know kind of where I'm coming from. You're muted.
It helps when I'm not muted, right?
Yeah.
That makes total sense. And
okay.
We're going to appreciate everything you bring to it. So this is going to be, and let me make the screen bigger because I know it's always easier when you can see it, right?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So this is Loco Hero. And like I said, when you feel like you've seen enough, for whatever reason, just hit the pause button and we'll talk about it. And by that, I mean say pause.
You're right.
All right, so this is, we should get a button somehow installed. But for now, this is Loco Hero. It always helps if the video plays. Oh,
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Monty Moore. Welcome to the Maverick Art Studio, where today we are bringing you Loco Hero. It's a passion project of mine, and it's the first time I've ever done a creator-owned, self-published comics project. So the idea came to me in 2014 when I was at the San Diego Comic-Con, and I was moving along in front of the convention center. And on the one side of me, a group of cosplayers dressed as superheroes. What if I was to combine those two realities, both a little bit skewed, if you will, and bring together the idea of a woman, a character who thought she was a superhero? The story of Brina Hernandez is one of a woman born of an immigrant father, but also raised very patriotically. She had a love for our country, and so she does go into the Army. And when her squad is destroyed, she comes out of the Army. She's a bit of a broken woman, and she's dealing with PTSD and survivor's guilt. And like a lot of our veterans, unfortunately, she ends up living on the streets. And when she takes a head trauma, it causes stress-induced disorder that compels her to be.
All right, there we go. So what do you got?
So I absolutely love the fact that he comes on first, right? Again, this goes back to what I was just saying. I like the fact that I see him. I'm able to see his passion. But now he starts talking about his project, and I don't see it. I need to see the art. I mean, comics are a visual medium, and you know, I'm not an artist. Okay, I've never drawn anything. You know, so. You know, people say, oh, well, you know, no. Comics are a visual medium. Without the visual, we have no comics, right? We just have novels. And that's what sells the book. I don't see any. I mean, he's got some stuff beside him, right? But as he's talking, I need to see some of the images from the book. I need to see panels. I need to see character designs. I'm guessing that, and I don't even know, but I'm guessing that that's the cover beside him on the left of my screen anyway. Because it looks like it could be a cover, or it could be just a banner. I don't know.
That's definitely a banner. If you look behind him, he is scrolling art.
Yeah, I can't see it though. He's in front of it. You know, I've seen who he is, right? I've seen him there, which is very cool. Now get out the way and show me your art.
It should have been an overlay, right? That's what everyone has said, that they should have put all that. Oh, I'm not on camera again. They should have taken all that and put it right in front of him, because as pretty as he is, he's a very handsome guy.
Yeah.
We want to see the video. We want to, and we say this is a big thing on the show. Don't give us the sizzle. Show us the steak. Give us the steak.
Again, we work in a visual medium, and you know, no one says it. Oh, they don't pick up your comic and say, wow, these words are really very pretty. You know, I'm going to buy your book because you have pretty words. They don't do that. They pick up your book. You know, you're going to give them a pitch, but they pick up your book and they look at the artwork. And if I'm flipping through your book and you have artwork that interests me, that attracts me, then there's a chance I'm going to, you know, plot down my money for it. And he's covering up all of the artwork by standing in front of it. Again, I love that he's there first, because like I said at the beginning, I want to see you and I want to see your passion. And so I appreciate that a lot, but get out the way, put the artwork up there and let me see what it looks like.
Now, let me ask you a quick question. Did this make you interested in the project?
It did, actually. Yeah. But he did get to the point where he's telling me all the things. I'm like, yeah. Let me see. Okay, don't tell me the whole story. PTSD, warrior. I'm on board, man. Let me see. And so I can't do it because, you know, you got it. But one of the things I would have done probably is I would have clicked forward on the video trying to get to something. Hold on, my email is ringing in my ear here. I forget that it's turned up so loud so that I can hear it when my students email me. Just turn it off for a minute. Okay. You know, you can click forward on the video, right? If it's and that's what I would have done here. I would have gone, okay, well, let me see the art. I would have clicked through looking for some of the art.
Just that highlight where, oh, there's the art. Let me stop.
Yes, here. Exactly. That is what I would have done.
All right.
You can always come back on at the end and say, you know, hey, thank you for your time, kind of thing. But yeah, show me the artwork. That's where your money is.
Now, I will say, as we're starting this Housebound, a comics anthology, I will just say, and this is just my opinion, an anthology to benefit those who are affected by COVID-19. I haven't watched the video in full yet, so I'm hoping there's a better explanation. But the first thing I read for that is a cash grab, unintentionally, because everyone's been affected by COVID-19.
Right.
So I do think that they're struggling a little bit with pitching. Like we were talking about off air. How important is a pitch? And this pitch just makes me feel like, oh, so it's going to me? Like, you don't know me, but I'm affected right now. I haven't had a show in months. So this cool. This is my money. All right.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, I'm sure you very well know, anthologies are a tough sell. You know, it's just, I know that there are people who love them. I love science fiction prose anthologies. I love to read science fiction short stories, but apparently I'm one of the only ones because they just don't sell very well. And you know, we've had throughout the comic book industry, we've had anthologies before. I mean, Dark Horse Presents probably one of the longest running ones, but in general, they're tough sells.
They really are, and I don't understand. The Advocator's doing actually rather well, and I'm worried because it's single issues now that when we go to a trade, it's going to change everything.
Yeah,
because it's just a cheap buy-in. The next thing we're going to be asking for $20-25 per issue. Because I've got the Fourth Monkey, and that doesn't sell, and it breaks my heart. And everyone keeps asking me, "Is it in digital?" I reached out recently, and they're like, "No, we're not doing digital." I'm like, ugh. Like, okay, we're not doing digital. All right, so let's see. Maybe we can get some context on exactly. Oh, this is a 3-minute and 39-second video.
Okay.
We always say on the show not to go more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, you want to keep them pretty short, or as short as you possibly can. Let's
see his energy. I like it. I like how happy he looks. So let's see. What do we got?
Hey, I'm Ryan Burke,
I'm Alex D'Andino. I am a comic book writer. I'm also the co-editor of the Housebound anthology.
So
I'm Ryan Burke, writer and creator of the comic series Coronary. I'm also the co-editor of the Housebound.
What is Housebound? Housebound is an anthology series that Ryan and I came up with to help those who are affected the most by our COVID-19 crisis. We're all stuck inside, so what better way to address that than to write about it, right? Make comics about it.
Basically, all the indie folks getting together and making something good out of this crazy crisis that we're living in.
Since pecan season's been effectively canceled, we figured what better way to contribute.
All right, I have to stop it now. Well, there's a couple things I'm going to put out. First off, Tampa Bay Comic Con is going on in July, people.
Yes, right.
I will be at Tampa Bay. I'm so happy we are restarting. Second, what story do you have in there, Roland?
What?
Well, they said that they brought together all of the indie comic creators.
Yeah, I heard that.
What story do you have? I don't have a story.
I don't have a story, and this is the first time I've heard of it on your show here. So I don't know anyone who has put anything in there.
So I'm jumping ahead now because I do want to see.
Yeah, see if
talking about this because I don't want to beat them up, but
I want to see if I want to see the artwork.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at with you.
I'm not sure why they start with the bloopers. That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, this guy right here said one of his first lines. That's where they should have started. You know, is there any artwork there at all?
No, I keep skipping. Believe it or not, I'm skipping the whole time. And it's just him. And for some reason, his hair is done differently at points. Oh wait, we found art.
Wait, here's some art.
We found some art. Here we go. All right, we got the art. Here it is. Here's the stake. A nice art, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like that cover.
It's got some pretty good art, man. It's
yeah.
got some legs. I think this might also just be a pandemic video. Like I've seen a couple of them where people try to lean into the pandemic too much.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a dangerous thing. No one has liked that because we all know what's going on. You know,
right? Yeah.
And I like his energy. This guy's energy is nice. The guy outside, it's just he's got bad sound quality.
Yeah.
He should have done a mic or something.
I'm not sure why he started with the blooper either.
They tried to be funny. That's a thing.
That immediately kind of made me go, what?
Yeah, that's a blooper reel. There's a reason the Avengers doesn't start with the blooper.
That's right. Yeah.
Just you don't want to see the gauntlet drop and everyone's laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go. I think I'd go chop that first. I don't know how long it was, 20 seconds or so out of that, and start with the meat.
Yeah.
And here's another thing. This guy's vertically challenged, right?
Yep.
Don't do that in your video.
Well, you can, but put art on either side.
Well, yeah, you could do that.
I do that on purpose to literally put art on either side.
And if you do that, that is perfectly fine. But don't show me your cell phone video and then just have two big nasty black bars beside it, right? I mean, yeah, I don't see. That just bothers me.
All right, let's listen in right now. We're towards the end. Let's see if they say anything interesting.
You're also getting a little bit of karmic love. And that, my friends, is most important of all. Because if we're going to be stuck inside, we definitely need to build up some karma, am I right? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hopefully donating. But if not, we'll see you back in, I don't know, when the cons start up. Come and see us. Come and say hi. And, reach right out.
See this, and no offense to them, but this feels like a Facebook Live and not a pitch for a book.
Well, and especially because again, I go back to the orientation of the video, right? Like, look, you're making a video for YouTube. Take your camera or take your phone and turn it sideways, right? You just gotta think of your destination for your product. If you knew you're just going to put this on Facebook Live, you keep your phone like that. That's not a big deal. Or Instagram or something like that. But you're going to put this in a video for a Kickstarter, just turn your phone. It's not that hard to do. And then it would have looked so much better here rather than this. I'll have to send you a link, Rob. There's this great video of being vertically challenged, or I forget what it's called, but it's kind of funny. I'll send it to you.
Send it to me.
Yeah.
But I got to give credit, man. That art looked really nice. What we did.
Art looks nice.
But art was cool.
But here, I go back to what I was talking about. Comics are a visual medium. The artwork looked nice. Show me more art. Less face, more art. It's not that I don't want your face there at all. I mean, again, I like that. I want to see you. I want to see your passion. I want to understand it. But be on there for a minute and then show me your art.
All different kinds.
And there's let me mute it again before
it was about.
And there's something dangerous about not showing a lot of art, guys. You're sending a signal this book might not be done.
Yes.
And that makes a lot of backers nervous nowadays.
Yeah.
And the fact that his hair changes, I don't know if he's trying to play up the pandemic, but you're making me pay attention to that instead of you.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the perfect setup. His sound is off, but I love his energy. He's got great energy. But the other guy with the wild hair, it doesn't resonate with me because, again, and this could be me. We look at these as professionals.
Right.
So we're going to critique it a little different. And we're like, well, why would you have your hair not done? Like, before we do this, I run to the bathroom. I'm doing this with my hair. I'm trying to do it the right way. I even brush my teeth. To this day, I can't tell you why, but I brush my teeth before I go live on air with everybody. Yep. Sense, but I do it just because it's in me. Like, I'm at a con like that. And plus, I don't like that he leaned in so negatively to what's going on.
Yeah.
COVID. We don't need to hear that. We are creators trying to distract people, and he bent right into it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, now, you're reminding me of everything I hate. Thanks, I'm depressed now.
Well, and the other thing is, here's the other thing I've thought about this is that, he's like, we're all stuck in the house. Well, the truth of the matter is, no, that we're not all stuck in the house. There are a lot of people who are still working. There are a lot of people who are, what do they call them? The essentials, right? And these people get on the road every day, so, and how do they choose essential workers? I don't know. That's a different debate for a different day. But, there are a lot of people who are still going to their jobs and still acting, as if everything is normal. And a lot of people, even, in my neighborhood where, everything was kind of shut down, all the restaurants had employees. They were fast food in it. They were restaurants were curbside in it. Walmart was still working. So there were a lot of people still going out to work. And I think what happens is as comic creators, we tend to live in our little bubbles and think, oh, I'm stuck in the house. Everybody else must be, which no, not true.
I'm my sister's been at work the whole time I've been driving. We've been worried about that. And it's funny because we live in a time where we found out all the people who go into the retail sector and go, oh, you're just a retail worker. You're not important. Suddenly, they're the ones still working, and Mr. Attitude doesn't have a job anymore. So I'm just saying.
That's right. Yep.
And I get mad because that's a whole other show, how my sister doesn't get hazard pay, but they're making her wear an actual mask.
Yeah. Like a legit mask, not one of these that everybody's wearing outside.
No, they gave her a cheap one. I mean, it's Walmart.
Oh okay.
It is Walmart. But I
gotcha.
If you make someone wear a mask, that's a hazardous. You've officially hit that level. But like I said, I could do a whole video on that one. This is Otis, the Lunar Rise. This is a relaunch. It's on Indiegogo, not Kickstarter.
Okay.
Let's check it out. I think my music is still off yet. Okay. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Pause. This is one of those that I kind of mentioned at the onset of the show. Is that I number one, it's going way too slow for me. Okay, it's you're giving me like 3 words and 4 words at a time. I don't have time to sit here and spend 1 minute on one sentence. There's a lot of the artwork looks. I like that cover there, that image, but there's a lot of these videos that you can, as you're scrolling through Facebook, these videos will pop up, and it's like, in the world today, it shows you one little image and like 3 or 4 words. I never watch any of those because I don't have time. My problem with this is that it takes too long to say anything, right? You give me 3 and 4 words at a time and have this music playing in the background and the images. Now, I like seeing the images, but you spent, how long is that video? 1:22. Spends a minute 22 and something he probably could have done in 30 seconds. Yeah. So
again, trying too much to be like a movie, not enough like a comic.
Yeah, and I don't support Kickstarters and Indiegogos to watch movies. I'm here for comics.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't like the motion, and I tell this every week. Don't make it a motion comic.
Yeah.
Unless your comic is a motion comic, a still shot reigns.
Yeah.
Fade in, fade out. Don't have it moving like it's meant to be a motion picture.
Yeah, I mean, my advice for that one would be to, spend 15, 20 seconds at the beginning with your face. Tell me all that stuff that you just spent 1:22 running words by, and then go show me some artwork. If you're camera shy, get over it. Because this, I am supporting. I have a tendency to support people who seem passionate about their projects. Yeah, of course, if it's a cool project, I mean, I want to see a cool project, but I have a tendency to have sympathy with people who have a passion.
All right, so we're going to move on to the.
All right.
This is Johnny Phantasm, the Tale of New Detroit.
So what? So wait, hold on. 1977 is okay. No. So it's not a reprint. It's a
error piece. Yes. There we go.
Gotcha.
I was like, what is the name? What is the name? I got it. Error.
Yeah.
Piece.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go. Now I'm going to turn the volume down because some people have complained about the screechy of the music. I know you're not going to like this one.
Again, I'm just like, come on, let me hear you talk. Don't give me the words here. Narrate over top of it. If you're going to show me the images and you're camera shy, at least narrate over the top of it. I don't want to have to read your little words there on your video. So, yeah, I'm saying pause already.
Yeah, I knew when we started that one.
Yeah. Again, the artwork looks interesting, but I wouldn't watch this because I don't want to read your words on a video. I want to read your words in a comic book. I don't. Yeah, I just, again, and this is why I said this at the beginning. I'm trying to make anybody mad. It's just I don't want to read this. I want to see your artwork. Get up, narrate over the top of it. Say these things that your video is saying. Just narrate over the top of it. I'll listen to your voice as you're showing me the images much more quickly than I will if you're just making me read words on your video.
And let me ask you the honest question: was the art enough to make you keep looking at the project?
Yeah. In fact, what I would have done here, I would have. I thought we were there, but I would have paused the video and scrolled down on the Kickstarter. It's Indiegogo. I would have scrolled down to see if there's artwork there that I can look at. Because again, I don't want to spend my time watching words scroll on a screen. I want to go see the art. So what I would have done is I would have paused the video, and then I would have scrolled down into the body of the campaign to see if he or she is showing me any artwork that I can actually look at without scrolling and listen to annoying music and trying to force me to read words.
Yeah, and it's funny. We're talking about comics.
Well, I actually, as I just said that, it made me think. Wait a minute. So let me add a disclaimer here. I love to read comics. Okay, I love my comics to have words in them, but I'm watching a video, so I don't want to read words in a video. Right? Save the words for the comic. Speak to me in the video. It's an audible thing. Speak to me. I love to read. I love comics with words. I hate comics that have no words in it. Those are picture books. I'm not a big fan. So yeah, it's not that I don't like words. It's just that I don't want to read words on my video.
You don't want electronic words that are kind of moving around and you have to chase them across the screen to figure out.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
And this is The Zombieful World of Oz by Eric Hawkins. And here we go again.
And that title interests me already. Oh, come on, dude. The guy grabbed me with the intro. I'm like, this is cool.
Well, I know for a fact he doesn't talk through it, so we can just watch it and talk.
Yeah.
Because I know you're going to hit pause eventually because there's nothing. There's no voice. But at least we can talk about it and have the conversation while we see the art. The art's amazing.
Oh, that's nice the way he's got that image with them slowly popping up. This is another one of those that has all the words popping up in a video. I mean, why are you making a video just to put words up there? You know what I mean? This goes back to again what I was saying earlier. I don't want to read words in my video. I want to hear someone, pitching me, saying something. I think when people don't do that in their videos, they waste a golden opportunity to reach out. And maybe some people disagree with me. That's fine. Eric Hawkins. Oh, okay, cool. I want to see him pitch. I know who Eric is. I want to see him get on there and pitch. It doesn't have to be long, but the artwork looks cool. It's something that I would definitely be interested in. And the Wizard of Oz. I'm a fan. So I'd like to hear that. Yeah,
and we have suggested that. I mean, I'll be honest. Sometimes when the music's good, though, I can sit there and bang my head.
Well, yeah, that I will say that one had the music going for it because I'm like, all right, cool. I like this music. Let's go.
Sometimes if it has the right music, I don't complain. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? That was awesome.
Yeah,
you had that music. I think you'll like this one.
I dug the music.
I think you're going to be inspired by Elysian Fields.
Okay, cool.
And I've seen some of these obviously a bunch of times now.
Right, of course.
So I've got. We need the music
campaign.
Hold on, let me restart because we missed. There we go.
Hey there, welcome to the Elysian Fields crowdfunding campaign. Thanks for giving us a check out. Elysian Fields started off as just a game between friends. Nerdy kids debating which mythic heroes would win did against each other. Over the years, as things grew, this became a concept I fixated on, knowing the potential that it could have as a story. Now it's a living, breathing thing, and for it to succeed, I need you. So come check out our Indiegogo campaign and see what you can do to bring Elysian Fields Issue 0 to print and beyond. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, I like that one. Short and sweet. The only the only thing I might recommend there is a brief little pitch. People have a tendency, I know that the first guy that we looked at, people have a tendency to tell us where the idea comes from. Be honest with you, I don't care where you got the idea. Tell me what the idea is. You're not trying to sell me the history of you or your story. I got the idea to do this at a convention. Well, I don't care. What is the idea? Get to the idea. And this guy here, this Elysian Fields, artwork looks good. I like the fact that I hear him told us where he got the idea, from playing a game. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what the project is beyond that.
Yeah.
If he could have given me a little hint about what the story is, I think that would have made this video a lot better. But no, I like that. And again, this is one of those that he narrated over. I didn't see his face, right? But he narrated over the images, and I like that.
Yeah, and I like the energy, and I never thought of it. That's some interesting insight. That you're right. Until you're hooked on a product, you don't want to know the whole story of the product.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care where you got your idea. Everybody gets ideas, I've been around long enough to know that everybody's got an idea. I really don't care where you got your idea from. It doesn't matter to me. Tell me what it is. Then I might care about where it's from. If I like the idea, I'm like, oh, cool, Then I might say, well, how did that idea come to you? But until I know what the idea is, don't bore me.
And speaking of it doesn't matter, this is from our friend John Crawford, the comic book encyclopedia of professional wrestling. I've never seen this video yet. This just came out this week, a couple days ago, I think. So this is the first time I get to watch it. So let's check it out.
Cool.
It's an encyclopedia of pro wrestling in comic book style. It's the comic book encyclopedia of pro wrestling. 280 pages of true stories of 10 legendary pro wrestlers. Plus, original encyclopedia entries featuring these superstars and their allies and enemies. There's never been a collection of wrestling stories and articles like this. Just the facts, collected from the wrestlers' own accounts of their careers and exploits, and those of their partners, opponents, and colleagues, all in combination with our own research. Each article is a comprehensive snapshot of the life and accomplishments of a timeless wrestling personality, some at a particular point in their career, some spanning their entire careers. Volume 1 of the Comic Book Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling includes full-length comic stories from Bruno Sammartino, Nikolai Volkov, The Genius Lanny Poffo, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, B. Brian Blair of the Killer Bees, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell of the Killer Bees, Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express, Bobby Fulton of the Fantastics, Sunny the California Girl from Glow, and Jake Hager, also known as Jack Swagger. For every $1,000 raised above our initial funding goal, we will add one additional full-page encyclopedia entry, up to a maximum of 20 additional pages. Check out our rewards for unique and autographed wrestling memorabilia in addition to the encyclopedia book itself. Our campaign to fund printing and distribution of this book ends on
All right, I'm done.
So don't delay. Get your
I think we were close to the end anyway, though, weren't we?
You had like 15 seconds.
Yeah. No, I again, this is another one of those. I don't see his face, but he narrates to me. He tells me what it is. I liked his intro with the bell. I'm not a wrestling fan, but I like the intro with the bell. Made me think, puts me in the whole spirit of wrestling. So I like that. He gets right into it and starts showing us the stuff. If I'm not mistaken, and I should say this here, a lot of these have been individually crowdfunded, the comic stories.
It seems to be.
Yeah, I think that probably what they're doing, and I hope they say that in there because I've supported, because as you know, John's a friend, so I've supported, as far as I know, all of his his wrestling comics, and so I think I own every one of those individually. So it looks like they're collecting all of those and then adding the encyclopedia entries.
And that's pretty cool. I thought it was cool.
No, I think so.
I've read the comics, so I can tell you for a fact. Yeah. I've read those pages before.
Right. Yeah. And that's me. I've seen them.
And I do think they do have to say that at one point or another. This is a collected version of everything given you.
I haven't looked at the campaign and I don't know, but I think that and I feel knowing Squared Circle and Rob, that's you, right? And John, I feel that they would indicate that for readers so that they'll know. I feel strongly that they would do that. Overall, I thought this was a pretty good video. Showed me a lot of stuff that's going to be in there, and I never saw his face, and that's okay. I got to hear him talk, right?
Yep. I think that it's got some legs. It's doing great already. I'll be backing it. I know that.
Yeah.
For those entries. Now we can rise with issue 1 and 2 with Rise.
Cool. I mean, I like the image that's on there. It reminds me, people may not want to hear this, but it reminds me of The Nightman, which is a comic that I edited in the 1990s with Steve Englehart and some really talented, a handful of really talented artists. It's not The Nightman, clearly, but it reminds me a little bit of the whole feel. So, yeah, I'm already interested in this one just looking at that. So please give me a good video. I will say that too. When I see an image, I will often think in my mind, please be a good video. It's like if you see something that you're kind of interested in, you want them to sell you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you want them to sell you, and so it's not unusual that I'll go, please be a good video. That's kind of what went through my mind here. Please be good.
All right, well, let's see.
All right.
Hey, this is D.D. Miller of Cross Section Comics, and I want to talk to you today about a Kickstarter that I'm running. It's for a character I created called Rise. I do Christian comic books, but these comic books are adventurous and full of action for anybody interested in superhero genre comic books. Rise is about a character named Mark Matthews who, in a convenience store, is caught in a robbery in progress. And during the robbery, the robbers decide to...
Look forward. See if I see some artwork, right?
No.
Yeah. See,
we've been here. It's 7 minutes. No, this is all you see.
Yeah. See, that's no good. Guy's got a fine face. Don't mind it, right? In fact, I really like the way he started, right? Introduced himself. Yeah, it looks like he's got some artwork behind him. I do feel like he made a bit of an excusation, which I don't want to hear. But then once he got into Rise is a story of boom, cut, show me some artwork. I've seen you. I appreciate the fact that you're going to look me in the eye and you're going to pitch me. That's what I want, right? Now, show me some artwork. Let me see what you're pitching. These are comic books, right? I want to see the artwork. So that's again, this is another one of those. I like the front image, but I haven't seen anything here. I would have hit pause when I said that, and I would have scrolled down to see if there's anything for me to look at. You're muted again, Rob.
All right. I was making sure that you didn't hear it. We've said this on the show repeatedly. 7 minutes is a huge ask. That's Facebook Live. That's not your pitch video.
Well, his video is 7 minutes?
7 minutes, like 48 seconds, like almost 8 minutes.
This is all we get right here is him on the screen? Yeah, that's too much. I don't want to, like I said, he's got a fine face, but I don't want to sit here and watch him for 7 minutes. This is comic books. Show me some art, right? Show me what you got. Even if you got to hold it up and say, here's this thing here. I mean, if you don't have the video editorial chops to do it, well, number one, find somebody. But yeah, like that, Rob. Oh, he holds it up. Look, there it is. I don't
think we've ever gotten this far to know that he actually held up the book.
Okay, well, at least he does that. But he looks like he's showing me logos, right?
Does he take? He doesn't take it out of the bag.
Yeah. I want to. It's a comic book, and like I said, I'm a writer, so I'm not trying to say, oh, me. No. It's a comic book. I need to see the art. We sell comics based on the art, right? Now we bring them back based on the story, of course, right? But if I don't like the artwork that's in your comic, I'm probably not going to buy it the first time. Of course, then if I don't like the story, I won't buy it the second time. But yeah, you got to show me the artwork.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I love his passion, though. I
do
love
too.
He can spend 7 minutes just talking without any 7 minutes, 7 seconds.
But will you allow me to give one little gripe about something he said?
Sure.
So at the very beginning, he said it's a Christian comic, but okay, here's my problem with that. It sounds like you're making excuses now. Don't butt me, right? Embrace what you have. It's like it's a Christian comic and it's full of action, right? Instead of saying it's a Christian comic, but it's full of action. So what does that even mean? Are you saying that all the other Christian comics don't have action? You know, I know that's not true. The first one I'm familiar with is Archangels, right? Are you familiar with that one at all? Yeah, I mean, it's a classic from, I guess, probably from the 90s. These guys were very image inspired, right? So yeah. Don't butt me, right? And me, right? Don't say it's this, but no. It's that. It's that and. Okay, go ahead. That was my little gripe there.
Actually, a lot of people have said the same thing, even if they're not heavily religious. They heard that screech. Like I make a book about an elephant that farts, but wait, it's not about farts.
Right.
Why would you know? I just started. You just contradicted yourself right out of the gate.
Yeah, it's like don't feel like you gotta make excuses. You know, go ahead and again. I was interested in that first image, but I didn't see anything else. Yeah. So,
and all you have to do is say, you know, this is inspired by my faith. It's a story that goes beyond that. It's my telling of this, and that. And you've respected everything, and you've told people it's not heavy. That's
absolutely.
What he's trying to say. What he's really trying to say is, hey, listen, if you're not a Christian, this is still something you'll like.
Yes, right.
But he's doing an accidental flub.
Yes, he's spinning it in the negative, and from my perspective, it's like, don't do that. Embrace it, right? My experience is that there are some people out there who will go, oh, it's a Christian comic, I'm not going to buy it, right? Of course, that's not your audience anyway, right? But if you're doing Christian comics, and I know a lot of guys who do, a lot of them are really good. Just embrace it. You know, it's a comic that reflects my faith. Boom, and here's what it's about.
Yeah, and you can respect that because you can
absolutely.
At that moment, there's passion, and I'll read something. Okay, this is a passionate person. Let me see what their passion's all about.
Yeah.
This one's, we're going to see if Jax runs out. Every time we play this video, Jax runs in. He really likes the music. So let's see if we can conjure the Jax.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I can see you from behind. You can hear me in your mind.
Yeah, pause it.
Now, I know what you're going to say. But I do have to say one thing before you say it, because Jack's this video, so do I. The music actually times up perfectly for the wording.
Oh, does it?
Like, if you actually watch it, like, they do time perfectly with the song that's chosen, and it is a royalty-free song. So I give them a lot of credit for that. But I know what you're going to say because we've said the same thing on top of it. But I love this video. But go ahead, Roland.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's the same thing that we've said about some of the others. Is like, you know, here you are. You're showing me a video with a bunch of words, and you know the artwork looks kind of interesting. But you know some of the effects that they had with the words too, I didn't get to catch them all because I'm too distracted. They're moving, and I'm trying to look at art. You know, and they're fading in and out, and plus I'm listening to the song, which, you know, like you said, sounded kind of interesting. I'd rather, you know, play your song to open it up. It wasn't very long, was it?
No, it was only a minute and 7 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, play your song, give me your intro, draw me in with a, listen, I'm a believer in music. I think music helps set the tone that you want as a writer. I mean, when I write, I listen to music, and I kind of have soundtracks in my head for the things that I write. So I believe in the music, but play it, set the tone, and then narrate over the top of it. Again, so why I said it at the outset is that I have a specific kind of thing that just I don't like, and what I always tell my students, when you encounter an opinion like that is different from yours, because some of you may be going, oh, I absolutely love those kind of videos. Great, I get it, and that's fine. But what you have to understand, if you've got one person tell you that a critique on your story, that one person reflects a segment of your audience that you're going to have, right? So, even though you may love that, my opinion reflects not just me. I'm not the only one. There's a segment of viewers out there who cannot stand videos like that.
Yep.
And it's not a personal thing, right? It's not at all. It's just that I don't like those videos.
I'm just a sucker for a good riff, Roland. All right, so let's check out Wax and the Backyard Adventure. There we go. I hate the beginnings that have that.
So my name is Jason Ward. I am a professional artist with the Tri-City Studios, located in Kitchener, Ontario. We're a group of 4 individuals who all live in the Kitchener-Waterloo region, who came together about 2 years ago to form the studio. And we are now starting to produce our own comic, children's books, stickers, magnets.
Did you say pause?
Yeah, pause me. Yeah. Where's the project? Right? He's all right. Okay, here's the other thing he's doing. It looks like it's not rehearsed. He doesn't have a script. He don't know what he's going to say. Right? It seems like every one of his sentences started like that.
And look how he's sitting. Look how he's sitting like that.
Yeah. And my thing is this. I know it's not going to be perfect. I'm okay with that. But you should know what you're going to say. You should. This shouldn't be your first take. And this looked like they were putting together a behind the scenes documentary. My name's so and so. We did this cool book, and we had lots of fun. And so you can be too casual. I think you got to remember the purpose of this video is to sell me, right? To sell the audience on your project. And if it looks like, I really thought it was a documentary when it was started off, And
it's a good point. Are you selling your studio or are you selling a book?
Right. It was all about his studio. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Why is this try something studio? What's the book?
And I can't stress this enough. We've talked about this on over 50 panels. And we do the pair method. I'll actually show. I don't think Roland's seen the pair method. I think Roland will like it. So pair is being professional, be ethical, be authentic, and be respectful. And you're not being respectful to your audience when you're leaning back like that in a chair. Because you're asking them for money. Yeah. I have a bad back. I'll lean back in the middle of a show. Every time it's my turn to talk, I lean forward and talk to people.
If I did the whole episode like this, right?
Yeah, like you would not be invited back on. Just plain and simple. That would be it. And I've had people who sat like that and they've never come back on because, we're here to entertain as well as talk.
Of course. Yeah.
And I respect people's time. And I just honestly, the minute I saw that video, I'm like, he's not respecting me.
Yeah.
I don't get that feeling. And I'm from New York, and being from New York, and everyone gives us a lot of grief. We learn how to read body language.
Yeah.
Very quickly in this, when you grow up in a big city. He's not caring about this. This is a joke to him in this video. And it could just be the video was a joke. I'm not trying to speak for his things. I'm telling you as a watcher how I instantly felt about it. And that's not what you want. You don't want, we've already seen Silverline today.
I think that coupled with the fact that his first word was,
Yeah, what a bad start. Like,
it's like, oh, wait a minute. Don't you know what you're going to say?
But they edited the video. That's the funny part. They've actually edited the video and left that. Someone decided, oh, I think that's a good way to start.
Yeah.
That was a conscious decision. Yeah. All right, so this is...
I like Win or Die. Cool. Right. That's cool.
Yeah, so... Oh, mute. I think I'm still muted. There we go.
It's me again, John Schlim Jr., writer and indie publisher, here to talk to you about my latest Kickstarter campaign. Yeah, you probably don't recognize me with this mask and the overgrown Corona beard, but those are just a few of the minor inconveniences that we're all having to endure to keep each other safe. Certainly, my image as a young, virile, trend-setting writer is taking a hit. Now I'm looking more like a hillbilly grandpa. But I'm wearing this mask even now in the Fable House writing studio as a symbolic gesture because I love all of you and I want you to remain healthy. Now, instead of talking to you about my new project specifically, I'm going to chat instead about why I'm even running a Kickstarter during all of this.
Okay, I'm done.
As you might remember, back in February.
Yeah, he goes on to talk a lot. Congratulations to him. He just funded. He told me when he gave me the video, he was like, yeah, I don't give a pitch. He's like, I don't think you're going to like the video. I'm like, you'll be okay, John, and we've all seen it. And again, we said this earlier in the video, don't remind me what I'm going through.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, if you want to start your video with the mask on as kind of your symbolic gesture, that's fine. But take the mask off because this is just an insult, I think. You know, it's like you do not have to sit inside your house with a mask on. That's a little bit silly. So yeah, you know, if you were outside on the streets, you know, in a crowded area, making your video. Keep your mask on, but you don't need it on inside. You know, not at a length. Again, I've got mine around. I like yours. I've got mine around here somewhere. Oh, it must be in my bedroom. You know, I think you start with it on. That's fine. You know, not a problem. That's fine. I love the way you turn your camera off and then you just show up with it.
Show up.
Yeah. But then he actually even tells me, I'm not going to tell you about my project specifically. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm done then because I'm here about your project. And I want to see your project. And yeah, so I very much would have hit pause right when I said it.
All right, so and you should definitely check it out. Though it is a really great project for everyone to watch.
So just don't watch the video. Go look at the go look at the artwork. Right? It
doesn't. He wanted to, and I get it. It was the thing of, hey, I don't want to seem like a greedy son of a bitch doing a crowdfunding right now.
You know, I've heard people say that, and I don't get it because you know we gotta move on, and we gotta we're making comics. It doesn't look like you're greedy. You know. You know, when you go to the grocery store, are they greedy because they're still charging you for food? You know, I don't get it. I just don't get that. And I know there are several people out there who have that opinion, but yeah, I don't get it. I think people know their own situation, and if they can't afford you because of the situation, they're not going to put their money down. So it doesn't. I don't see how it comes across as greedy. But yeah, you're right. I've heard that.
I felt it, but mine was in between. One of my campaigns literally fell when everything went to shit. There's a difference now. We're in the shit. We know where we are now.
Right.
We're officially in the middle of it. So I don't think it was necessary. I understand it and respect it, but he does such a great video normally explaining his stuff. I really wish we would have seen a classic one. And I hope he watches this, and I hope he hears me and he goes, maybe Rob's right. Maybe I can, because there's always time to redo your video.
Yeah.
Not locked in. You're allowed to change it. Please take the opportunity and change it if you can learn something from today's show.
Yeah. Now, I've already backed this one.
This one. This is like, oh my God, this guy, he's just amazing. Isn't he? Isn't this guy amazing? Like, he makes me feel bad about who I am. Because he's so cool. This is our friend Martin from Cosmic Times.
Hello. I'm Martin Pierre with Cosmic Times, and I'm here to tell you about From Blood, the complete series. From Blood is the story of the man known as Patient 27. He is a superpowered mental patient on a quest to discover who he really is. Along with Dr. Ashley Reese, they delve into his deep, dark past. But others are also after the secrets he keeps, and soon the two are on the run in an action-packed adventure that will take them across the country. They are not alone in their quest. They are joined by the mysterious Marco, a man tied to 27's past, who also hides his own dark secrets. The entire series is available for the first time in full color through this campaign. It's over 70 pages of action and intrigue, and it can be yours. Conceived by James Wynot and Zach Bassett, and written by James, Zach, and myself, we are telling a multi-layered story that is only
Martin in the middle, huh?
The incredible artwork of Zach Bassett. With
What'd you say, Rob?
I said that was Martin in the middle there.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Wow.
From James Wynot and Kenneth Lanier, and spectacular colors by Victorino Moyo Jr. Beyond funding the production and printing of From Blood, we want to use this campaign to get this incredible series into new readers' hands. But we haven't forgot those supporters who have been with us since day one. We have reward tiers for you that allow you to get just Chapter 3 with options for the various covers. Other reward tiers feature special foil covers for the entire series, original Zach Bassett sketch covers, original production artwork, and massive collector's packs that include just about everything from Blood. We've tried to make reward tiers that will appeal to everyone. I hope you check out this campaign and that you find something that interests you. Also, please help us get the word out. In this crazy social media-driven society we live in, every like and every share, it's meaningful and it helps out, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for checking out this campaign. And as always, stay cosmic.
Yeah, I dig that.
I mean, he nailed it.
Yeah, he did. He nailed that video. It has. I think it has everything, all the elements that I think make a good video. He's got his face on there. He's talking to me. He's pitching me. He's interspersing his pitch with videos of artwork from the project. Yeah, I think he nailed that one.
All right, so this is As Seen on Instagram from our good friend Nathaniel Golden.
All right, I'm all about the banjo.
KICKSTARTER is a comic strip about two young monsters and their friends dealing with everyday life in the 21st century. Inspired by the great comic strips of my youth, such as Peanuts, Calvin and Hobbes, and The Far Side, as well as classic comedic duos such as Laurel and Hardy and Abbott and Costello, all cooked together with a sprinkle of Bert and Ernie. The goal of the Ike and Joe comic strip is simply to add a little bit of humor and a smile to your day. The goal of the Kickstarter is to make a physical collection of comics that you can enjoy on a commute or while on the toilet. Ike and Joe is posted on the internet 3 to 5 days a week, and this Kickstarter limited edition will be the only way to get a print version. This collection was carefully curated to pick out the best comic strips from the first year of the Ike and Joe comic.
All right, you can pause it.
So, John.
So, yeah, I think I'm digging the banjo. I love bluegrass music. I know you might not think of that. I like metal and bluegrass. So I am digging the banjo. I like the fact that he's doing a drawing during the video as well. I still, at this point in time, I don't know what time it was that you paused it, but I don't know what the project's about. I mean, I don't know what the story is about. I know that I know what his inspirations are, which is fine. Again, maybe he's trying to tell me that it's like Calvin and Hobbes. I don't know, but I don't know what the project. I'm not seeing it on Instagram, so I'm not familiar with it at all.
I think it's just a comic strip. Like, you know how normal comic strips are just daily things. And
but a comic strip even has something it's about. Calvin and Hobbes is about a young boy and his stuffed toy lion that comes to life when no one's looking, right? In his imagination. I mean, it has things, there are story elements. and I don't know what this is. You know, the artwork's interesting. And he tells me his inspirations, which is fine. But I'd kind of like to know what's it about. You know, two little alien looking things. What do they just watch TV? Is that what they do?
You know, he did a great show, and I'm going to pitch on another show so people watch it. Check out his interview part in our last episode of the 7 Reasons to Back It, where he explains everything. See that? Cross-promoting. All right, we are running over an hour, so we're going to try to quickly get through our last 2 videos, because I promised Roland it would only be an hour, and I always feel bad when we go over. So, and I know Roland's busy. He's probably got some work to do.
I do talk a lot. I know that. Yeah, I have grading to do.
Yeah, so I don't want to hold him up, so... We're going to have a quick look at these.
G'day guys, it's Sean Keenan here, creator of the Extreme Champion Tournament. We're here on Kickstarter again to talk about our new project, XCT Fractured World. So what is the Extreme Champion Tournament and XCT Fractured Worlds? In short, XCT is based on history's greatest figures of myth and legends having been brought back to life to fight and die for the world's entertainment. It's a character-driven series with plenty of action and emotion. XCT Fractured World is a bold new direction for the series and a great jumping on point. This issue takes action out of the arena and brings it into the real world. This amps up not only the action, but the excitement and intrigue as well. After a fire explosion rocks the XCT arena, Spartacus and his team tried to stop the bloodthirsty monsters and villains from escaping, but failed. Now with a team member down and the rest scattered across the countryside, Genghis Khan uses this opportunity to his advantage. Will Spartacus overcome his defeat to take up arms against Khan, or will he stand by and watch the world fall?
All right, we're going to take a pause here just because it is over 3 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're at the point of the show where we don't have that time.
So it was slow. My thoughts are for him. You know, he comes on at the very beginning, and then he shows me artwork, and then he pauses to talk, and then he shows me artwork. So he needs to figure out how, after his initial appearance on camera, to go ahead and use the voiceover while he's showing the artwork, right? That makes sense. Yeah.
You can speed it up. And I think we had him on the show and we kind of gave him that advice, like speed it up, make it go faster.
Yeah.
Because it when it drags, you're like, okay. I mean, great art, great energy.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. The artwork was like, wow, that looks really good.
Yeah. Just make it a little, the pace, tempo. Yeah. It's like inside the comic book, tempo matters.
Right.
The epic, I cannot get that word.
Enkidu?
Let's check it out.
All right.
Maybe we'll get how they say it. Oh, no. I see it already. I see the pause look in his eye.
Yeah. It's like, I can't read that. What the heck? Yeah.
It was brought here when
we do have it.
We'll try to place the drip, but the needle couldn't go through the skin. But do you know what's the weird part? Weirder than this? When Dr. Yunan learned about this, he brought handcuffs and told us not to disturb it. It was as if Dr. Yunan knew what's going on, as if he had seen this before. Oh my God! He blocked the door. We can't go inside.
Excuse me? Mind if I try?
Sir, this one's different.
Nothing I haven't seen before.
We're just going
and I'm the creator of the comic, The Epics of Enkidu, which is a twist and perhaps a sequel to the world's oldest story ever found in human history, The Epics of Gilgamesh. Our story features a superhero who happens to be autistic. His brain works so fast that everything around him moves too slow. which makes him socially odd and interacts with the world differently. But it does help him analyze things, to see the pattern, to see things that can happen before it happens. This story is very dear to me because it's inspired by my dear nephew, who is an awesome autistic kid. The other inspiration is my passion for history and ancient myths.
And we will play the rest of the video in the next episode of this show. Again, we are just running late on our show because we've had a great episode. It's very interesting, though. That's why I sped it up for you so you saw the parts, because I've seen this.
Yeah.
He's an interesting guy.
I like the way that they've kind of read it, acted out with characters, and I don't know if that's actual dialogue from the comic or they were just kind of theatricalizing it up. But that was kind of interesting. I kind of like that. Kind of cool. And the fact that they had, a female voice reading the one thing and a male voice for the other. Yeah.
And this is TIPS, which is Trans Interdimensional Taxi Cab Service. We've been with Colton since the very beginning. #1. I can't believe it's issue 9 already. Credit to him. So few creators get to issue 9.
Yes.
And actually tell their story. And this looks like it's the story before the last issue, because it says accelerate towards the climactic finale. So let's take a look. And the music is his, and we're going to give you guys a glimpse, and we'll play the rest of it on the next show.
Transmigrant Productions.
Welcome back to another edition of TIPS. We have a lot of cool rewards this go around, including the Badass Babes with Badges wall scroll of Starla and Laerna, a set of 3 character reveal prints. 2 of these prints will feature 2 new characters that will be revealed in the issue 10 finale. These 2 characters' names are Gore and Rusev. The 3rd character reveal print will be of our main gal, Starla. Starla will be donning a new costume that will also be revealed in issue 10. Curious as to how she gets her new digs? Then you'll have to check out this issue #9 to see the events that are transpiring. For our cat lovers out there, we are doing a print of Schizion versus Gorloth. That's right, folks. Cat versus cat action here. Taking all bets.
All right, pause it.
All right, what do you got?
So here's the problem I have, and this is something that Marvel used to really beat into the. I don't know if they still do it anymore because I don't follow Marvel anymore. But they really used to beat into the brains of all their creators. Is that this is issue #9? Okay, so I didn't read 1 through 8, so I have no idea what the story is about. All you're showing me is, you're showing me this new stuff, new costumes, new this. Okay, that's fine. But what's the story about? I need to know what the story is before you can interest me that there are new costumes. So I think you gotta pitch the new reader, right? As well as talk to the old readers. And I don't mean old in the sense of ages, but old as in, those that have been with you before. And everything that he's doing in this video is geared towards the people the people who've been with him. And if you want to bring on new readers, which I think every comic book wants to do, you want to bring on a new reader, you gotta give them a little something. But you got to give them that something up front so that they can hang with you.
Absolutely. And on demand, we don't play unless we have a lot of time on our show, and we're running short. Short on the amount of time we have to fill. Yeah. We always try to make an hour. This is just on demand, in demand, I should say, on Indiegogo, which means they've already successfully funded. So you get Hybrids, The Sons of Gods, or Cat Dad and Supermom. Remember the $1, just one single dollar. What did you say, Roland? Sorry.
I said I backed.
I know you did. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh my God, I did something right. Just a single dollar can help make dreams come true. Every dollar is a declaration of support and belief. It helps the creator and the team behind the book. Just $1 helps create new worlds and keeps creators creating. And if you're going to create something, go to Kickstarter for the Independent Creator on Amazon and get this book and learn how to do it from Madeline Holly Rosing and Christy Shin. Of course, if you want to see what Camila had to say about videos, we actually have that down here. I think this is an educational video now with the things that she says. Roland, too. I'm probably going to add Roland's stuff in here because he's given us great information. Demon Bitch, I believe, is kickstarting in the next 5/20 sometime.
5/20. Oh, that's today.
Yes, sometime today we should see Demon Bitch come alive. And Sylvester Emmons presents Realms of Spirits. That's going to be on Kickstarter. That's it. That's the show. But before we go, Roland, give us the pitch for the books.
Silverline double feature features Twilight Grim, vampires fighting humans, and Divinity is the story of a girl who has a healing power in a world with no superheroes, in which an evil cabal is after her to take her powers and use her. Silverline double feature is the first double feature for Silverline. You get two brand new #1 issues. Both of them are going to be 4-issue miniseries. Both issues are completely done. So all we need to do is get the money so that we can print them and ship them, and they should be out next month. No waiting around for us to finish the books.
And how can they follow you?
You can find me at mostly at the Silverline pages, so www.silverline.com. Silverlinecomics.com. My personal website is www.rolandmann.me. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find Silverline Comics on all of those places as well. Yeah, please look us up. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Give us a share. Look for our Kickstarter. Back it if you can. Share it if you will.
Thank you all for tuning in. I hope everyone learned something today. Roland, thank you for the time. On our way out, I'll show them that pair video we're talking about and then end our show as normal. Thank you all. We'll be back. Remember, this Saturday at 4 p.m., we have the 7 reasons to back it. We're going to try to get Roland or someone on his team to actually show up and pitch their books for him.
Yep.
We want to see them represented. All right, guys. Cool. We'll see you next week for another amazing Kickstarter pause. Goodbye. Oh, wrong button. Isn't that embarrassing when you hit the wrong button? They look alike, though. I swear they do. They do look alike. Here it is. Be a pair. Be professional. Be ethical. Be authentic. Be respectful. Remember, in this industry for comics, be a pair. Art provided by Chris Mad. Look up Chris Mad Art on Facebook today. See, there we go. We got it.
Nice.
All right, so goodbye, everybody.
Remember to be kind and share.